Welcome to this overview presentation of the PNG Forest Research Institute. Papua New Guinea is richly blessed with a diversity in native flora. The country's natural forest resources are strongly associated with human endeavour, both traditionally as wood, food and building materials, as well as log and processed forest products in the modern era. Despite being rural-based, today the PNG forestry industry is a major player in job creation, infrastructure development, value addition, and a significant contributor to PNG's overall real GDP. With the increase in demand for forest resources, the sustainable management of the nation's forest resources is important for wise utilization by both the current and future generations to meet the economic, environmental, and social needs. Research plays a huge role in the sustainable management and development of forest resources. The PNG Forest Research Institute, or FRI, is therefore in the forefront in promoting sustainable forest management through research. FRI is the research arm of Papua New Guinea's National Forest Authority. The Institute is mandated to provide the scientific basis for the management of PNG's forest resources through research in all aspects of forest management in accordance with Part 4 of the National Forest Policy 1990 and Forest Act 1991. This is the FRI position within the PNG Forest Authority's organisational structure. FRI reports to the NFA through the Director. And this is the current FRI organisational structure. The PNG Forest Research Institute was established in 1989 through an amalgamation of different research branches of the National Forestry Authority. These branches were in 4 different locations: forest products in Port Moresby, forest botany in Lae, forest management in Madang, and forest protection in Bulolo. The amalgamation saw Lae as an ideal site, bringing together all branches into the central location for improved efficiency and better research coordination. FRI is centrally located within the city of Lae, Morobe Province. The Institute is nestled in a 38-hectare of lush green tropical rainforest of Lae's National Botanical Garden. Our main office complex and laboratory were opened in 1989. The FRI facility was a gift from the people and government of Japan through a JICA grant aid. In fact, JICA was responsible for the establishment of FRI. The Institute's current structure comprises of 4 research programs and 2 support programs. The Natural Forest Management Program involves the sustainable management of PNG's large natural forest resources and increasing the value of those resources. The Planted Forest Program is about establishing plantations and improving the management of existing plantations. The Forest Biology Program focuses on maintaining the botany to a credible international standard and undertaking identification and ecological investigations for forest biota recognition. And the Forest Products Program specializes in ensuring efficient use of existing and proposed forest and non-forest products. The 2 support programs are Finance and Administration and Technical Support Services. FRI's scientific and technical expertise is in the areas of plant and wood identification, forest resource assessment, plantation and woodlot establishment, rehabilitation of mine sites and grasslands, forest carbon stock assessment, environmental impact assessment, biodiversity and high-value forest conservation assessments, remote sensing and GIS analysis, environmental education, awareness and extension. Our services for the general public include the sale of FRI publications, wood sample and commercial and ornamental plants, hire of meeting rooms and facilities and the National Botanic Garden grounds, and Botanic Garden educational tour, to name a few. The National Botanical Garden has existing vegetation that was once used for troop cover during World War II. It began its development of living plant collections in 1949 by forest botanist John Womersley and his wife Mary. These collections have been further developed into what are seen today, giving a unique impression of PNG's native flora. The FRI facility also comprises the National Herbarium, which is a historical collection of over 300,000 dried plant specimens dating back to 1827. This collection continues to grow day by day as research continues. Another important reference collection maintained by FRI is the National Insects Collection. The institute's other facilities include equipment and machinery, preservation and storage facilities, a nursery, laboratories for various chemical and physical analysis, and amenities and recreation facilities for city residents. Our strategy in management improvement goals is focused on ongoing institutional development and sound corporate standing. The Institute's strategy in research goals is about improving efficiency and effectiveness in research processes to meet industry and stakeholder requirements. Forest research began way back in the 1950s. A major milestone achievement was the establishment of FRI as a premier centre for forest research in the Pacific. The National Botanical Gardens were rehabilitated. There was considerable developments in human capacity, infrastructure facility, research activities, publications, data and information management and sharing systems, industry support services including market information of PNG timbers and many more. Many of these have been achieved through collaboration with local and international partners. In light of impending regional and global challenges, such as depleting forest resources and climate change, the Institute is determined to focus on addressing forest policy directions relating to reduction in round log export and increased downstream processing, climate change mitigation and adaptation, conservation of natural forest resources and biodiversity, improvement in sustainable forest management, and increasing awareness and sharing of research information. The Institute maintains strong linkages and partnerships and works with a range of institutions, organizations, and agencies both locally and abroad through research collaborations, MOUs, and mutual interests. We acknowledge the ongoing support by the Government of PNG, the Japan International Cooperation Agency, European Union, Australian Centre for International Agricultural Research, and all other funding and donor agencies, partners and collaborators. Papua New Guinea's forest resources are a renewable asset for the well-being of its people. FRI is here to provide the scientific basis for the sustainable management of these forest resources for now and into the future.